Prospecting, not selling. Let's talk about rule number 2. You can't lose what you never had. No. Okay, that's a fun quote, and it's a nice poster, and it might even be an interesting song, but what the heck are we talking about here? When we think about this concept of you can't lose what you never had, it breaks down into one of two areas. The first one is what we call outcome dependent. And where we want to be is independent of the outcome. So let me break these two down so we're both on the same page. What is outcome dependent? What does that mean? What does that look like? It says that success is measured by external factors, which you and I, we don't control. See, as salespeople, you and I, we don't control outcomes. We're not in charge. There's nothing that we can physically do or say to make somebody buy. There's nothing that we can do or say that's going to make someone take an appointment with us and give us a piece of their time. See, that's the last step. You and I, we're concentrating on the next step. And what we know is that we don't control the outcome. All we control is the process, right? Outcome dependent says, if I make a sale, I feel like I'm doing a good job. If I get an appointment, I did an awesome job. If I get an application, then I must be doing it right. You and I, we don't control outcomes. We can only control the process. Now, when we control the process, when we think about that, we want to get to the point where we're independent of the outcome. Here's what that sounds like. It says that you can do something and not get what you want and still be okay with that. The outcome, it's simply the result. It's nothing more than what happened. The outcome, and this is a big one, whether they say yes or no, it says nothing about you. It says nothing about your skills or what it is that you offer. Forget about this whole idea of getting the sale. When we're meeting new prospects, you and I, our mentality, it isn't, how do I get that sale? Right? That's an outcome. That's a result. Instead, what would happen? Just think about this. What would happen if instead of how do I get that sale, if we turned it around to a question that says, I wonder if this is a sale that I'm going to get? It removes all the pressure and anxiety and allows you to behave a lot more naturally. See, but people in sales, they don't fail because they make an offer and hear no. In fact, I'll give you a quick example. Usually the best salesperson in any organization has taken 10 times more no's than the worst salesperson in any organization. Here's what. People in sales, they don't fail because they make an offer and hear no. They fail because they make an offer and they get some version of, I want to think it over, call me next week, I got to check with so-and-so and I'll call you back. They fail because they hear some version of, I want to think it over, and then they spend all their time, all their efforts, all their energy following up with individuals that either can't or won't make a decision. And why do they do that? Well, could be for a couple of reasons. But if we were to follow both the top performing salesperson around with a video camera and the bottom performing salesperson around with a video camera, here's what we'd see. The top performing salesperson, just when we're talking about prospecting now, let's not even worry about everything else involved. Just when we're talking about prospecting, they want to get to know as quickly as possible. Hey, if it doesn't make sense for us to talk about what it is that I offer, let me know. I'm okay, independent of the outcome. Salespeople fail because they hear some version of, I want to think it over, or they spend all their time, effort, and energy trying to make someone interested because they believe it says something about them, their skills, or what it is that they're offering. When in fact, whether someone's interested or not probably doesn't have anything to do with you or I or the product that we sell.